if you're running a business, it has an EIN number, an employee identification number. You know, you have your social security number. And so it's fine if you're a sole proprietor and you're doing business as, and everything's, you know, coming to your social security number. If you have an LLC and you have your own EIN number and everything's coming to you individually. But the moment you start having employees and customers and outside of yourself, you've got to be thinking about what's best for the business.
That's right.
Just like, and treat the business like you would treat your children or your wife or your, you know, employees, individuals.
Well, you know, like me, I'm all of us, we're trying to hire employees and we want to hire people that will carry our business forward. Why would they if we don't make sure they're secure? Yeah. And now a lot of them don't think to ask, but I think the presence of it needs to be there. And so for me, that's a big thing. And so it also impacts me on how I run and how I deal with the business. Like me, because I know, like I'll go ahead and, you know, say, I'm 54. So I know in the next 4 to 5 years, I at least want to be prepared to do something. So maybe I won't. I'm still trying to grow right now. But if in 5 years I want to sell, I want my business cleaned so amazing that there is zero argument or negotiation around what the financials are. We can argue about multiples, we can argue about all those things, but as far as real value and profit making business, because I only have 5 years left.
Okay.
Now, if I had 10, I'd look at it a lot different. Probably. If I had 20, that's another different. But I couldn't do, you know, I was thinking about it the other day, even if I only had 2 years left, or if tomorrow I decided to sell, I don't have to do anything different. And I intend to keep it that way. I think about, you know, the lifestyle business, and I get it. I do get it. And I, you know, if I was a younger person, I would have went into that probably differently.
Sure.
But I think there has to be the knowledge to what you said. If there's not a person in your family going to take it over, and even if there is, how do you establish so that they don't,
right,
you know, overshoot some of that stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know. That's
okay. Well, let's talk about the family for a second.
Yeah.
So here, you know, and that's why I wanted you in here is, you know, you've taken over a business that you didn't start. It was started, you know, many, many years ago. Talk about what was that like, one, from the negotiation standpoint, you know, what were the family dynamics when you started talking about the, you know, this, how much did they lean on history and legacy and those things? And then, you know, talk about how you bought the business. If I'm not mistaken, the owner stayed around, if I remember that, for a while.
Yeah, mine's even a little bit more complex, I think, because I had, like I said, I had stopped the offer during COVID.
Yeah.
And his business was still dropping. We were still talking. But every month, the bank was getting further and further away from me. You know, they were not going to finance it. And every month, that got a little further away. He called me, the seller called me in probably May and asked me if I would be interested in coming working for him, getting sales back up so the bank would finance it. So I actually went to work for him in basically the end of June of 2020 and walked in and just started driving it, which we can talk about. But I didn't close on the acquisition until February of 22.
Okay.
And I can tell you at the time, patience-wise, it was brutal because we're grinding and I'm thinking I'm in my 50s, I got to get closed in the world, you know. But again, I was blessed again because I got all that time to learn the customers, employees, and the products.